the final touch, bringing your gnome to life. Beyond technique and craftsmanship, what truly makes a whittled gnome figurine special is the personality you infuse into it. Every little detail, the way the hat curves, the expression on the face, the texture of the beard, contributes to a sense of character. Some gnomes might look wise and thoughtful, with deeply carved wrinkles and a long, flowing beard. Others might have a mischievous charm, with a tilted hat and a playful smirk. Adding these elements is where artistry goes beyond simple carving. A small imperfection in the wood might inspire a unique expression. A tiny tilt in the posture can create a whole new mood, and a subtle carving stroke can bring unexpected personality to the piece. This is the beauty of whittling. You are not just creating an object, but breathing life into it, shaping a story with every cut. For some carvers, the joy comes from making a gnome that looks like it's been plucked straight from an old fairy tale. Others prefer a more modern style, with exaggerated proportions or stylized forms. The freedom of this craft means that no two gnomes are ever the same. Each one carries the distinct mark of the hands that shaped it, making it not just a wooden figure, but a piece of art filled with warmth and intention. The lasting value of whittled gnome figurines. In a world where mass production has taken over, handmade crafts hold a special kind of magic. Whittled wooden gnome figurines are not just decorations. They are a testament to patience, creativity, and the beauty of working with natural materials. They remind us that some of the most cherished things in life are those made with care, time, and a personal touch. Carving a gnome is more than just cutting into wood. It's a journey of mindfulness, an exercise in focus, and a way to slow down and appreciate the little details that make life beautiful. As you shape the wood, the process itself becomes meditative. Each shaving that falls away is a step closer to revealing the character hidden inside the grain. And beyond the personal satisfaction of creating something with your own hands, these small wooden figures carry a deeper significance. They can be gifts filled with meaning, passed down through generations as a reminder of craftsmanship and tradition. They can serve as symbols of protection and luck, much like the ancient folklore surrounding gnomes. Or they can simply be tiny companions, bringing a smile to anyone who sees them. In the end, the true value of whittling gnome figurines is not just in the finished piece. It's in the process itself. The quiet moments of carving, the joy of discovery as a shape begins to emerge, and the sense of accomplishment when a block of wood transforms into something magical. Whether you're an experienced whittler or just starting out, the journey of creating a wooden gnome is one filled with wonder, imagination, and the timeless beauty of handcrafted art. So, the next time you pick up a knife and a piece of wood, remember, you're not just carving. You're creating a little piece of tradition, a tiny world of magic, and a work of art that will last far beyond the final cut. Wood carving has been a cherished craft for centuries, and within this vast art form, whittling holds a special place. With just a simple knife and a block of wood, skilled hands can transform an ordinary piece of timber into a whimsical, expressive figurine. One of the most beloved subjects in whittling is the wooden gnome, a small, charming character that brings personality, folklore, and craftsmanship together in a single piece. Whittled wooden gnome figurines are more than just decorative objects. They represent the magic of storytelling, the warmth of handmade art, and the timeless appeal of folk traditions. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced carver, creating gnome figurines offers endless opportunities to experiment with different styles, expressions, and details. In this video, we'll explore everything you need to know about whittling wooden gnome figurines, from selecting the right wood and tools to mastering carving techniques. shaping facial expressions, adding fine details, and applying finishing touches. We'll also delve into the cultural significance of gnomes and how you can personalize each figurine to reflect your own artistic style. So, if you've ever wanted to carve a wooden gnome or improve your whittling skills, this guide will take you step by step into the wonderful world of whittled gnome figurines. The cultural significance of gnomes in wood carving. Gnomes have long been associated with folklore, mythology, and craftsmanship. Originally depicted as small, bearded creatures with pointy hats, gnomes are believed to be protectors of nature and guardians of hidden treasures. In Scandinavian, Germanic, and European traditions, gnomes symbolize good luck, wisdom, and a deep connection to the earth. For woodworkers, carving gnome figurines is a way to keep this folklore alive while showcasing their craftsmanship. Whether creating a traditional garden gnome or a more stylized modern version, whittling a gnome allows for a personal touch in every detail, from the shape of the hat to the expression on its tiny face. Each carving tells a story, bringing a touch of whimsy and character to any space. But before we start whittling, it's important to choose the right materials. Let's take a look at the best types of wood for whittling gnome figurines. Choosing the right wood for whittled gnome figurines. Selecting the right wood is one of the most important steps in whittling. The ideal wood for carving should be soft enough to shape easily, but firm enough to hold fine details. Here are some of the best woods for whittling gnome figurines. Basswood. The most popular choice for whittling due to its soft texture, fine grain, and ease of carving. It allows for smooth cuts and holds details well. Butternut. Similar to basswood, but with a slightly darker tone. It is soft and easy to carve, making it great for beginners. Pine, readily available and inexpensive, but it can have knots that make carving more challenging. Cedar has a pleasant aroma and carves well, but it tends to be more brittle than basswood. Cottonwood bark, a great choice for carving rustic gnome faces due to its unique texture. When selecting wood, consider the size and shape of your gnome. A block measuring around 2 by 2 inches or larger is a good starting point for a simple figurine. Always check for knots or irregular grain patterns that could make carving more difficult. Essential tools for whittling gnome figurines. Whittling requires only a few basic tools, but choosing the right ones can make a big difference in the ease and quality of your carving. Here are the must-have tools for carving a gnome figurine. Whittling knife. A high-quality, razor-sharp knife is essential for making clean, precise cuts. Popular brands include FlexCut, Morniv, and Beavercraft. Detail knife. A smaller knife used for fine details like facial features and textures. Gouges and V-tools. These are optional, but helpful for adding details like deep-set eyes, wrinkles, or beard texture. Gloves or thumb guards. Safety is important when whittling, so protective gloves or thumb guards can prevent accidental cuts. Sandpaper, used to smooth rough edges and refine details after carving. Once you have the right tools, it's time to begin carving. Let's go step by step into shaping a gnome figurine from a simple wood block. Step-by-step process for whittling a wooden gnome. Carving a wooden gnome involves several stages, from rough shaping to fine detailing. Here's how to bring your gnome to life. Step 1. Rough shaping the body. Start by marking the general shape of your gnome on the wood block. Use a whittling knife to remove excess wood and establish the basic form. Round out the body, leaving extra material at the top for the hat. Step 2. Carving the hat. The hat is one of the most iconic parts of a gnome figurine. Use smooth, downward cuts to create a pointed or curved hat shape. Add folds or wrinkles for a more dynamic look. Step 3. Defining the face. Carve a small indentation where the nose will go. Leave a mustache and beard area while shaping the cheeks. A rounded, bulbous nose gives the gnome a friendly, classic look. Step 4. Carving the beard and facial details. Use a detail knife or V-tool to carve individual beard strands. Shape the eyes with small gouges or leave them implied with shadows. Add expression to your gnome by adjusting the smile or frown. Step 5. Refining the arms, feet, and accessories. Some gnomes hold tiny objects like lanterns, staffs, or mushrooms. Carve these details carefully, keeping proportions balanced. Step 6. Smoothing and finishing. Sand down rough areas while keeping the carved details intact. Apply a wood finish, or leave the piece natural for a rustic look. Painting is optional. Some whittlers prefer a natural wood tone, while others add color to the hat, robe, or beard.